Hello and welcome to Red Flags, the podcast where you can't tell if it's a nightmare or reality. We're your hosts, Dave, Al, Opie, and Donnie. And today we're talking about 1977's Eraserhead. Al?
Yes, it is a movie. It is a film.
And that's a reaction.
It's a movie. It's a film. It's did you say this was like your favorite?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, hell no.
Because why were you so excited for us to watch this?
Because we just never seen anything like
I'm
this.
going to tell you something. We have seen things like this, and I hated it every second of it.
Really?
But
You think we've seen
You know,
things
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
so-
gonna lie. I
okay.
actually, and he's got a text message to prove it. I compared this to slightly better than the fucking Munsters.
Okay.
It was so rough to get through.
Okay.
so I know. I'm just going to say this right off the bat. I know that David Lynch is like a genius or whatever, and I know that this is supposed to be the whole movie is a dream, or he's famously said that it's up for interpretation, and it's his most spiritual film he's ever made. You can, like the guy.
Here's an easier explanation too. I actually have the whole plot outline stuff.
Hang on, because
to be able to help with that.
It's up for interpretation. So like the ideas can be interpreted as like the baby is. First of all, I don't know why this thought popped in my head, but it seemed to me like it was Dave's idea of his fan fiction that he writes for Alien, where a lady fucks a xenomorph. And then that's what comes out is that fucking thing. Is that
Monstrosity.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why she fucked a horse and decided to hide it. And I also don't know why this is also how you know it's his dream, is because every female wanted to bang the shit out of him.
What are you talking about?
Which part?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking
what the
true.
fuck?
That's a perfect question, because that's what you say every 5 seconds when you're watching this movie.
You think every woman wanted to bang the shit out of
Name one female that was in that
Henry?
movie that didn't try to fuck him.
Henry?
Yes.
Yeah.
in the dream sequence,
The whole movie is a dream sequence.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's
Every
supposed to
female
mirror his anxiety.
tried to fuck him. He got fucked by the neighbor.
Yep.
He obviously banged his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's mom tried to fuck him.
Yeah, which, guess what? We get to put our SA meter back to 0.
Oh,
Because
what were we
that
up
was
to?
definitely sexual assault.
We were up to
He
like
did not
2.
want that.
Yeah. Well, wait.
We're up to 1.
Who?
He didn't want it because he was like,
Yeah,
He didn't
from
want
his
the
wife's
mo-
mom.
Yep,
Yeah.
the mom.
Yeah. All right. So
I mean, it was a pretty
but
minor version, but it still has to count.
yeah,
Yeah.
it still counts.
But with that all being said, and I know that it's like art and it's surrealism and it's, with all that being said, it is hot garbage.
Wow.
The part, you know what, the one that got me was the whole 45 minutes of the beginning. Him sideways on the screen, going up and down, spitting cum out of his mouth, while translucently a moon or a rock is in the background. What the fuck was that?
It's metaphorically an egg. It was the impregnation. That was a David Lynch sex scene.
I have never in my history of watching
That's-
movies ever looked at my watch so many times and checked to see how much time was left in this. I wanted it to be over so fast. And the worst part is that there was this movie could have been 5 minutes long.
Do you think that I should have set the scene better and prepared you better for this?
Yes, I thought this
You know
was
what
a
the best
movie that
part
you
was?
liked, and I thought it was going to be a good movie.
You know what the best part of this whole movie was?
What?
When they took that weird coring drill into the head, put it in that machine, and create Eraserheads out of it. That's the only thing, a 5-minute fucking scene that even had anything to do with the name of this movie.
Hang on, I want to talk about that too for a second because
Which I thought was actually pretty funny. That was the only that's the only reason that it even
what
made me laugh.
world is it? Even if it is a dream world, what world is it where a head falls out of a garbage chute or something? I don't know. Lands on the ground, and then a little kid just runs up, scoops it up, and brings it to a eraser shop. What the fuck is happening? And I think my favorite part was right before the erasers is when the guy's hitting the buzzer, and then he's just like, "Okay, Paul."
See, this movie is funny. It made you laugh.
That was it. That was the only part that I was like,
It was a perfect comedy.
Yep.
Well,
Oh.
I guess we can start with scores.
Oh, I'll happily give mine.
All right.
It's already entered.
What is it?
1.
Oh, 1. Wow.
It
Oh,
was
my.
it was so hard to get through.
Oh, me. Oh, my. Oh, damn. What do we got, Donnie?
Oh man, I mean, like it has its cult following. I do like me sometimes some artsy fartsy stuff. I'll give it a 2. I did not
damn.
like it. It was not. I like kind of the headspace it's at to an extent, but like no, not a good movie.
All right.
All right, Al. Let's go with you, and we'll do Opie last. We're
1.
gonna hear a 9.
Oh, 1. Oh, my God. 1s and
1.
2s.
1. And I'll
Oh,
tell you why.
damn.
Even like the only reason it's not a fucking 0 is because David Lynch was working on something. He
was cooking.
He's made some good movies. Isn't he the one who did Dune?
Yeah, he directed
He did
and
Dune?
wrote Dune.
He did Dune. So like
Blue Velvet.
Blue
Twin
Velvet,
Peaks.
which was I
Which Dunes?
the original.
The
original.
original Dune?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
didn't know if he had anything to do with the new ones or not.
and I think he might have consulted maybe,
Probably.
but and yeah, Twin Peaks. So David Lynch came out of this, and
He learned something.
yeah, he learned what not to fucking do.
You guys are crazy, bro.
All right, Opie.
I give it a 5. And it is not my cup of tea. I'm just giving it a 5 because I know I know you guys don't want to hear this, but this is a good movie. It's super well filmed.
How the fuck?
It's
Okay,
shot exceptionally well. That weird creature baby
the sound. I'll give it
is some of the best effects nobody ever talks about. That thing is
They actually
fucking
think
freaky.
that it was
Okay, I'll have to give you that.
part like an actual corpse from an animal. It's one of
It's
those
a
things where
rumor.
they still
That's
don't
a
know,
rumor,
but
yeah.
that's a theory.
right.
Yeah.
But how's that for effects?
I was gonna
Well,
tell you
I
what.
tell you what, they hit the money on the noises that were going on in this because it puts you in a fucking horrible anxiety place, and it irritated. I had a headache by the
So
time I
there's
was done
two
with
positives there.
That's not a
this. That's
positive.
not a positive.
What?
Well, it's a
That's the
positive,
point of the fucking movie. That's the whole fucking point. That's what they
but I
wanted
didn't want it to give
do.
me a headache, though.
They-
That's not a
That's
good
what they
thing to
wanna
want
do.
to do.
That's what they wanted to
Let's
do.
make our audience hate this movie.
No,
Well,
no.
no,
The
this
point
is-
of the point of the noise was to amplify the anxiety feeling that he was going through.
Correct.
Yes.
And it made you anxious.
No, not so much anxious.
I just
as
wanted-
annoyed.
I just
Like,
wanted the
it
movie
was-
to end.
It was great.
So I
for
mean,
the
they
vibes,
like I
huh?
said, they did hit the mark on that fucking terrible noise that was in that. I mean,
The mock.
the buzzing and stuff that actually gave me a headache. I had to turn the volume down. It was pretty bad. So if that's what they were going for, awesome. They did a great job.
They did.
because
They
it was
did do
terrible.
a great job. And it looked fantastic as well, didn't it?
Eh,
Yeah, it
No.
was. It was
No.
beautifully shot. You're just a stinker because I didn't prepare you guys for this.
what was beautifully
I didn't
shot?
prepare
Watching those, it's 1977.
It's all framed well. It's all.
There's so many better movies in
Oh,
1977, and they're shot way
I'll tell you
better than
guys,
this bullshit.
I'm not one of those people. I'm not like, this is not my cup of tea, but you guys are on one end of the spectrum as far as like
Yeah, it was
a lot
just
of people
rough.
really like this. and
No,
respect
nobody
this.
likes this. I watched so many interviews of people being like, I mean, like he tried, he was trying to do something. I mean, the scores like Rotten Tomatoes is like a fucking 4.
No, it ain't.
It's like in the teens, but
It's like
still,
90.
no.
It's
Don't you fucking say that.
it is. It's really high because people.
If it's
know.
high, then I'm done with this world. I give up.
It's a 7.3 out of 10 at whatever the fuck this is.
I'm in the wrong dimension. I'm in the wrong fucking timeline.
Rotten Tomatoes, Eraserhead.
I'm in the wrong timeline. I don't want to be here
86.
anymore.
No.
82, 86, 82, bitch.
It's weird watching
hate it.
someone just discover depression like that.
That's the point, though. Like, I didn't prepare you guys. Donnie knew what he
I don't
was
think
getting
anyone
into.
could have prepared me for it. Period.
But-
Yeah, because this was one of the movies where like I read a lot about it. I'm like, oh, from the sounds of it, this seems like something I would thoroughly enjoy. And it was ramped up. Then I watched it, and I remember being like, "This is it. This is what people are crazy about."
Why the fuck do people like this movie?
Because it's
Yeah, weird little creatures and
yeah.
I think a lot
It's,
of it's just the concept of trying
Lovecraftian.
to actually take a movie and portray like that guy's
Nightmare.
nightmare. Yeah,
Yeah, there's better
But-
ways to do that.
it
What?
was rough.
But that's a nightmare. It's supposed to. That's the fucking point.
There's better ways to do it.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. So, you want to know a little story about this movie?
No.
Well, you're going to get it anyway. What's his name? David Lynch was accepted to some art school, some fancy dancy art school. And he got there and they wouldn't make his movie. It was called like Garden Back or something. It was stupid. So they were like, we're not going to make that. And he was like, all right, fuck you. Peace. I'm out. And they were like, oh, wait. Come back. We will let you make whatever the fuck you want if you stay. And one of the teachers was like, I'm peace out if you don't let him make whatever he wants to make. And so he made Eraserhead.
Why the fuck? And then he let them down because this was horseshit.
No, this is critically acclaimed, Al. I hate to
They
break
looked
it to
at
you.
it and they're like,
you
in
guys
one
are-
broad stroke, man,
You guys
you
are,
just
what is
your
it?
career.
You are the 18%
I don't want
that
to.
don't like this movie.
I don't want to watch movies anymore.
How about this? You used to say that everything should be watched at least once.
Yeah, that's fine. I
still
watched it
stand by it?
once, and I never want to see
Do
it
you
again.
think
And now,
everybody should?
and now, I just don't want to watch movies anymore.
I think everybody should watch this.
I don't think that. I can't come back from this.
Do you think everybody should watch this?
It's it. It's over.
Shut the fuck up.
This is
I'll say yes.
You think everybody should watch it?
no,
You don't?
It's not
no.
good, but I mean,
Are you?
I would imagine influential.
Maybe one day you'll be having an artsy fartsy conversation and you'll be like, hey, I watched Eraserhead. And they'll be like, wow, you're cool.
Nobody
Why was
would.
it named that?
Nobody should ever say that.
So why was it named that?
Well, I think it's because of the scene where he gets turned into an
Because it's
One scene.
It's
Yeah,
because he wants everything about this movie is him wanting to like. He feels all this anxiety for being a young father. He feels anxiety about like how he is in his relationship, and that's why it's so awkward with the parents. And the whole Eraserhead thing is because he wishes that he could change his life, and that's why his head is an eraser, and he wishes he could just change it all.
So my first question is, what is this movie about? Is that what you think it's about? Anybody else got?
It's up for interpretation. That's what David Lynch fucking famously fucking says.
I think it's about the anxiety of having.
He says you can think about it however you want, and you know how I think about it? Mop water.
Nice.
It's used for cleaning.
It cleansed my soul. I feel broken.
I'll tell you too. I started watching this last night with Madison, and we got right to the part where the baby was crying a bunch, and they left it to him, and I started remembering about cutting open the bandages, and I was like, I don't think you should watch this, honey, because she's not into that.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
And
just the
it's
very
so
end.
anxiety inducing that I was like, let's not do this. So yeah, I don't know if everybody should watch it, but
Oh, so you yelled at
She
me
just-
about it.
she described it as boring, depressing, and nasty.
Nasty. So you did watch all of it.
I've seen this movie. Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
Did you
It's
guys?
not my favorite movie though, but
You've watched it more times than you should have.
yeah, but I watched a lot of movies more than I should have. So
Like Rare Exports.
no,
That's a good movie.
I was
though.
just wanted to see if you guys was fucking pop in there. That's a good one. I do like that one.
Is this more art or movie?
It's barely a movie.
I wouldn't really call it. It's not your conventional movie.
Okay.
It's this fucking
I think what got me like
Try
as far as
hard.
the boring part, like I was saying, it was hard to get through, was just the long scenes of like staring off and watching his eyes.
Do you know
and
what?
stuff.
Do you know what?
That's what really made it rough.
Yeah.
You know what this movie is?
What?
It's a try hard wannabe version of Citizen Kane.
I mean, I
don't
don't
know
give
if
a
I've ever
fuck
seen
about what
Citizen
you're saying,
Kane.
but like real art critics would disagree.
No, they would not. They'll be like, you know what? He's got a fucking point.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Yeah, you're right. David Lynch sucks. Fuck that guy."
No, not saying
all,
that
all
David
the
Lynch
all
dies.
the connoisseurs of the great arts just need to have one conversation with Al. They'll change their
That's
minds.
how I feel. David Lynch. He's like, man, I wish I want to. This was Citizen Kane. This is the new Citizen Kane, and it's not. It is.
Who calls it the Citizen? Who other than you compared it to Citizen Kane?
I don't know, but people should.
So that you can rip them for it. All right.
No, it's because they have a similar feel, a similar style.
Citizen Kane and this?
Have you seen Citizen
It's-
Kane?
No. So you're saying this is a 1 and you're comparing it to Citizen Kane.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a try-hard wannabe version
It-
of Citizen Kane.
It's like Citizen
It
Kane,
failed.
but from Timu.
What the fuck is Citizen Kane? What is that even about?
It is
Is
about
it about having
Rosebud.
babies?
No, it's about Rosebud.
What the fuck?
It's about a guy who's just trying to go back
Yeah.
to his childhood to relive that moment. Like he dies, his last word is Rosebud. So like the whole movie, you're trying to figure out what the fuck was Rosebud, and it turns out it's a fucking sled from when he was a child.
Oh, I remember you talking about this before.
That
I
sounds
haven't-
terrible.
I haven't seen it.
That sounds like a crazy, demented.
No,
dream.
it's super good.
Now,
to
Citizen
die.
Kane is also
Flash to
considered to be very critically acclaimed and super artsy, and yeah, so that's why I'm comparing them in this set, because they're made in
like
a similar
Citizen Kane?
style and a similar fashion. I don't like Citizen Kane. No,
I don't think I've seen it. I've heard him talk
Yeah,
about
I also
it
haven't
before.
seen it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
it's like one of those things. Like if you bought a book that was like 1,000 movies to watch before you die, this is always like fucking number one. And it's one of those movies that I'm like, fuck it.
I think I should have set the stage better. I should have been like, you guys, this movie is slow, it's awkward.
Yeah,
just
you
be
should have
ready."
said slow because I wanted it. Like there's so much downtime.
I think the name Eraserhead is awesome.
I think it's a cool name, and if you're gonna use the name Eraserhead, make him a fucking serial killer. I thought this was gonna be a serial killer movie because the way that it started and the way that he was like interacting with the world, I'm like, this guy has brain damage. He has been hit in the head, and then when it got to him hanging out at his parents' house, and the way that he was answering the questions, I'm like, he is psychotic. When is he gonna start murdering people?
So, what was the point of the chicken bleeding,
I don't.
and then the mother going,
I don't.
"What the fuck was that?"
I don't know.
Exactly. See, that's what I said. Half of this shit didn't make any. I went to try to figure it out. I even went to like ChatGPT to ask it, explain this movie to me, and it broke it down in a very vague fashion. So apparently nobody knows what the fuck is really going on. I mean, I get the concept, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, this would get actually a a lot better score because of the fact that, like we were discussing, the noise, all of that stuff is meant to put you in the headspace of him.
Yeah.
And it I get it, but it just was so goddamn. At an hour and a half, they could have done this movie in less than half hour if they would have cut out all the extra, like, real long, drawn out stuff. That's what hurt it bad for me. Like, I was
I'm with
so
Dave on that.
bored.
They could have cut it down.
This is the artsiest fucking. Well, no, I think I've seen artsy fucking things. This is one of the artsiest.
This movie is in that 90-minute fucking spot.
Yep.
And it was just so much empty filler.
That's what it felt like to me too. Like I said,
Like,
it would have actually been closer to like 3/4 if it wasn't so. Like, I mean, you watch 15 minutes of him just going, and you're like, okay, I get it. It reminds me of watching Family Guy, where Peter stubs his, hits his knee, and he's like, oh, and he does that for a half hour straight. That's what that kind of felt like to me,
I get it.
But that was the biggest downfall,
So
Dave's exact quote when he messaged me was, "Have you watched this fucking boring, confusing trash yet?"
what is Donnie
I was
think?
probably only 45 minutes into it, and that's the worst is the beginning. It is so long, it makes no sense.
I'm with Dave. I was just waiting for something to happen. Like I said, I was like, when's he going to start murdering people? When's he going to start killing people? Right? And then all of a sudden, like, it got real weird with the family stuff.
Yep.
And the dad just sitting there smiling.
Yep.
See that?
And like, it makes sense when you think about it as like a fucking dream, right? As a nightmare, because the way that he's just sitting there staring, and then the next thing you see is his girlfriend coming around the corner and just peek around the corner crying.
Yep.
About what? I'm not sure. And then the mom comes out and is like, "Come here, Henry, we need to talk to you," or whatever. And then it's like, "Did you fuck my daughter?"
No, she said, "Did you have sexual intercourse?"
Yep.
That's what she said.
And he's like, "I don't want to fucking say it. Like, I don't know if you're gonna
I'm
stab
too
me."
nervous.
And then she's like, "It's about to get real if you don't fucking tell me," and then starts trying to fuck him. And I'm like, God damn, what the fuck is happening?
Said,
And then the wife shows up and goes,
trouble.
"Mommy," or whatever.
Al, I understand so much of your disappointment now. Like, thinking about watching this where the whole time you're just waiting for the fucking killer and you're just like, someone die, someone die.
But no, what I got was a weird horse-headed fucking sperm blob that's just like, first of all, I did like the spitting thing where it was like, she's trying to feed it and it's just, yeah, I can't do it because my throat's sore, but like,
there were moments of this movie that were funny.
and that I was like, but I was also like, what the fuck is that? What is this? Is this at that point I was like, that's not a real human. And so that's when I thought in my head about like, did she fuck an alien? Is this guy an alien? Is that the reveal we're gonna get? That
is exactly where I was kind of going with it too. It's like, well, then maybe this guy ain't from Earth.
But instead, the interpretation is supposed to be that like he resents this child so much that he pictures it as the most grotesque thing, which is then reaffirmed.
So then I have another question with that then. While we're on that exact moment, why was she like tossing around in bed and he's ripping a fuck ton of those things out of her and throwing them at the wall?
Because he's nervous about knocking her up again.
Yeah.
And then also that's reaffirmed by.
But supposedly she wasn't even there.
Yeah, bro. He was pulling out.
There's it's because the sporadicness of dreams. She's there, she's not there, she's there, she's not there.
Well,
that's part of it. But like, the whole being grotesque and ugly is also reaffirmed because then when after he bangs the neighbor and then she brings somebody over, she sees him grotesque and ugly like the baby.
Sounds like there was a little bit of a through line there in the story that you're uncovering.
What are you trying to say?
It wasn't just like random filler crap.
There's a lot of just standing there staring at a fucking radiator And then fucking testicle cheeks lady.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait,
and by
what
the
the
way,
hell
I
was
guess
her?
I guess
Ooh.
he kills himself at the end
Yeah, she was like, the
because she
Temptations.
represents heaven
Yeah.
or the sweet release of death with her fucking ball sack face.
But she's a good goddamn
And-
dancer.
Yeah.
Heaven is great. Come hang out with me when you die. Shove your face into a truck grill.
Yeah, it's weird. Let's see, what else do I got for you? What the hell was that baby thing? Do you guys got any answers? What do
I
you
told
think?
you
Do
it's-
think it was a baby calf.
It's
or-
Dave's fan fiction of somebody fucking a xenomorph.
what? That doesn't make any sense. What is?
I want to say something so bad right now,
What?
but you guys haven't seen it yet.
He's gonna mention something about the movies that we haven't watched yet.
Oh, okay. Is there a baby xenomorph that looks like that? Oh.
Not quite.
Oh, and by the way, it didn't help that when he cut open the thing, right? He cut open the bandage and it like spread out. I was like, oh my god, it's a face hugger.
Oh, no, it's just guts.
It's a face hugger with a turtle head.
Oh god, that thing was horrifying.
And then I was like, wait, maybe she fucked a Saint Bernard or something. I don't know what.
and nobody knows what it is.
Yeah, because Peter would have a fit.
What was the? What do you guys think of the part when he every time he tried to go out the door, it start crying?
And then
Well-
when it got instantly chickenpock face.
Yeah.
My God.
Oh, you are sick.
Yeah, he shoves a thermometer in its butthole or something, and then he's like, "Oh, it's like 80 degrees," and I'm like, "That's dead." 98.6 is where you need to be.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not
98.6, the
Technically
bear.
All right. What did you think
Anyway,
of Jack Nance as Henry Spencer? Obviously, you guys hated him.
No. I wouldn't say hate. As far as like the acting and stuff goes, he was fine.
I didn't like any of the acting.
I thought he was okay.
But-
I mean, especially how awkward and he played his part fine for
Yeah.
what the movie was
That's
supposed
the
to
hard
be.
part with me is I'm like,
Yes.
is this bad acting or is this good acting that I hate?
That's what I think it is
I think
because
it's the acting you
I
hate.
the looks on his face and the ashamedness and stuff. He did what this movie was supposed to be. I think.
Donnie, what did you think of all this? You haven't said much.
Just it's just boring. I was just bored with it.
Are you eating right now?
That's
Yeah.
He's bored during this podcast.
No. I just didn't make dinner. Yeah, I don't know. Like I did go into this with the mindset that like, okay, this is gonna be an artsier kind of movie because I just had a lot of preemptive shit about it
yeah.
that I read. Which I guess I kind of got what I expected. It just wasn't. I just thought it'd be better. I thought it'd be more entertaining based on what I heard about it.
Yeah, it really does bother me that I've heard of this movie and then this is what it is.
It comes up pretty frequently.
It's
Yeah. Normally we don't do scores this early, but I actually, the more we talk about it, I do have to bring mine up a bit. I gotta go to a 2 at least.
Nice.
Because even though it was boring and it was rough, as far as like the sounds and what it was meant to be, it was.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
So for
Knowing
me-
that all the sounds and awkward, like everything was
Was meant to be that way.
deliberate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it definitely was not something I enjoyed.
That lady that's across the hall, the prostitute, is also the lady who plays Mary Shaw in Dead Silence.
Okay, first of all,
What's
who
Dead
said that
Silence?
she was a
Ooh.
That's the
prostitute?
one with the. What the
Oh,
hell?
that's the. Oh
The
no, that's
ventriloquist.
the ventriloquist. Yeah,
Yeah.
the dummy. Ooh,
Why did you call her a prostitute?
Isn't that what she's supposed to be? Everybody in the
Who the
talks
fuck
about her
said
like
that she's a prostitute? She's just the neighbor.
She's just a loose woman.
Who cares if about her?
Okay,
She's
well.
fucking. She fucked two people, Henry and then that dude.
Well,
Well, could be
Doesn't make her a
more.
prostitute.
people.
Makes her liking dick. Who cares?
Yeah, this thing just calls her beautiful girl across the hall.
Yeah, not
It's just
prostitute. Jesus
better.
Christ, you judgy fuck.
She just had loose morals.
That's what everybody else said.
Yeah. She was sex positive, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
And
be
you
a
call
jerk.
yourself a feminist.
You like this
Nice.
trashy skank?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
And we never even saw her fuck. We saw her disappear into a fucking cloud.
What a creepy guy.
No,
No.
I meant when she was giving
Into
him
a
head or
weird-
whatever. Fog.
Belly button bathtub.
See, if he's out there smashing like that, why is he so weird? Like, he obviously got some release, bro. Get it? And then go
That's why I was like, he's not human. He's an alien.
I don't think it
punch a
actually
bag or
happened.
something. I don't know.
I think it was all in kind of like in his head.
Well, yeah,
that
this
was
whole
his
thing's a fucking
dream, is to
dream.
bang
I
the
guess. And that's why he's
the
getting
neighbor,
laid.
and he wanted his girlfriend's mom to hit on him or something.
So in
I think that was
reality,
more
do you think
like
he's-
the actual nightmare part of it, where it's like, ugh.
Do you think in reality his girlfriend's pregnant, or
I don't fucking know. Because this whole movie's a dream. So
I know that's what I'm saying.
who
I
cares?
think, I don't know. From the stuff I've read, that's part of it about the first time parent thing. You know, the fear of that, and
Right. So I'm sticking with a 5 because
I was also waiting for the girlfriend to bash that thing's fucking head in when she couldn't
Yeah.
sleep. And she's like, enough. And oh, here's another point on Dave's point. Why did it take 20 minutes for her to pull a suitcase out from under the bed?
oh my god,
Long enough for me to be like, the fuck is she doing to the bed?
I knew she was trying to pull something out from under it. I knew that right away. But they went on way too. There was like 3 minutes straight of her, and then she starts to cry, and it's just nonstop. And it's just like, oh my god, I get it. You know, a couple good tugs, but then just pull the fucking thing.
it's art.
Art
Is,
shouldn't take that long.
Is no one gonna bring up this dude's whack ass haircut though?
Hey, it's
He's
the
actually
70s,
known
man.
for that.
Let him
Yeah.
fucking live his life. Who cares about the haircut?
I love his hair. I wish I could have hair like that.
I was waiting for a serial killer to be like that, and then somebody's like, "Look out for Eraserhead!" Ah! You know, that would have been so much better if he just started murdering people.
Why do they call him Eraserhead?
He's looking at his
Because when
dumb
in a
eraser
bar
head.
he killed 3 men with a fucking eraser.
No, or just keep that original scene where they're making erasers from people's heads, and just have him kill people and bring them in.
There you go.
Dave, I thought you'd laugh at my John
Yeah.
Wick reference.
A
I-
pencil eraser.
The
No
eraser from a
fucking
fucking
eraser.
pencil.
Yeah, John Wick's like a 10, but yeah, I'll go up a little bit on this. We'll go. I'll give it a 3.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll go up to a 3.
Nice.
That seems fair.
Al's not going to go up, though.
No, I'm not. And you want to know why?
Why?
Because this isn't a podcast about like how they did at trying to make a movie. This is a podcast about how we feel about the movie, and I give it a fucking 1.
All right. Does anybody here want to have children?
Never, not anymore. Because I feel like
Nah.
I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have a fucking xenomorph horse dog.
I do know somebody that's expecting, and I told him, I was like, don't watch this. It's not for you. Not for you.
Yeah, I don't. I have plenty of nieces and nephews. I don't need to have kids.
Yeah, me too.
Problem is, Donnie, is now that you said that, you
What?
you can expect one very soon.
Knock on some wood.
Not if I'm celibate.
Are you knocking on wood?
I'm not. I'm not doing anything.
Nice. So do we know what's coming up next?
Fuck.
Is
Still
it
working
Donnie's
on that,
turn?
Kind of.
Is it Donnie's turn?
Oh, I
I
do
don't
not
know.
have a
or was it
pick.
Dave's turn?
Well, we do have the one that we kind of were shooting for, the skateboarding one. Obviously, that's still a like Indiegogo deal.
That can come
Oh,
around.
yeah.
We can come
Yeah.
back around to that.
So
Yeah.
we're-
That one's gonna be an event.
Yes, that'll
Yeah.
be a special
I am-
release.
I am so pumped for that movie.
That's Skate to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Everybody should get on there and give them money so they can
What else you
get
got?
this going.
I'm
you got
still
with the old
still
Clockworks?
working on a couple other turds.
Oh, what was our theme?
Well, not
for
really
this.
much of a theme. It's just kind of bad movies, I guess you could say.
Maybe movies that we might not like.
Yeah.
And we were starting with this one, right?
Yes.
Only
Because if you
go up
guys are
from
going to
there.
say Queen of the Damned is a bad movie, I'm going to throw a hissy fit.
Yeah.
No. Remember, we said Opie was the first person to pick
Yeah.
back. So we're starting with that with him, and then I mean we can take a look and see what else we could find.
What have you got, Al? Have you picked out a weird movie?
No, because I know it's going to be a minute before my turn.
I don't know. It could be this. Could be you. Could be next. And now you fucked it.
All right, no, because I got one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, did you know that Killer Clowns from Outer Space is actually considered a bad horror movie?
It's because it fucking is.
It's a perfect.
Huh.
A perfect.
I don't remember what I rated it when we watched it.
I don't remember either. It's a 10. A fucking 10.
Hang on. There's it's a Christmas movie, and it's a dumb pun, and I think it has Goldberg in it.
I don't know. You think that's a horror movie?
Santa
Mm.
Claus, like CLAWS.
Oh yeah, that's the one you want.
Maybe that's on the list.
Okay. I think you're right.
Hey. Oh, I think I might have a pick.
Let's hear it.
Because it's I don't know if you guys like follow shit that's coming out from like what is it, A24?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a lot of A24 movies.
Of course you do.
Um,
Prissy.
what?
What? Nothing.
No, finish.
Yeah.
Finish what you were saying.
I'm fucking shocked you don't love this artsy fartsy fuckery.
All right, anyway.
Yeah.
So they released one called I Saw the TV Glow. And I remember I
Oh.
didn't watch trailers for it. I just kind of like read a little bit about it, but not a lot of like it was just branded as a horror movie. And then I watched it and I was like, I don't know if I would call that a horror movie. And I don't know if I like it.
How about, have you guys seen
Huh.
Zombievers?
Zombievers? No.
I might have watched that with you.
It's kind of a comedy, but a horror movie.
It
definitely.
sounds pretty good. I'm
It's-
sure. they're
It's
gonna make,
entertaining. Otherwise, we have one of the worst ones of all time, which we've already seen, Troll 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Are you saying that's bad?
yeah. I like that one.
Ridiculous.
You were thinking of Santa's Sleigh,
Yes, yes.
so we could watch that one next if we don't pick a different one. Santa's.
I'm
Sleigh
cool with that.
with
How about
Goldberg.
Chopping Mall?
Chopping Mall is really great. I like that one.
You've seen it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it says it's
Barbara
the best
Crampton's in
bad
that one.
horror movie of all time.
she gets shot in the tush and then her shot in the head and her head explodes.
Like she gets shot in the butt and it goes through the body and
No,
blows
it's
the head
just
out?
Oh.
it's funny because the laser like shoots her in the ass and it like ew, and then it goes up and shoots her in the head and her head explodes.
All right.
How does the Velocipaster sound?
Okay, I don't think that that's a good idea.
What?
The Velocipaster.
Yeah, because that one was made intentionally to be bad so that it would be on the podcast. How did this get made?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So they
okay.
refused to cover that movie because that the director
Glad you
for
said
because it's
something there.
intentionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in other words, they did that just to get on.
What is-
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? Instead of try hard, that's not try. Try hard to not.
That is like intentionally making a bad movie on purpose
Yeah.
instead of making a movie and it being bad.
But it wouldn't
It's
be,
like
it wouldn't be try hard. It would be
it's
the
like
opposite of
like
try hard.
Sharknado made their movie. They knew it wasn't going to be great,
Yeah.
right? And then, you know, you got podcasts that cover it. They're like, "Oh yeah, look how bad this movie is." And then like these people were like, "I want to be on that podcast. Let's make a shitty movie to be on that podcast." And that's I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
That's fair. I don't know if I like that either, but I do. Like
I don't think it's a
Sharknado.
good idea to intentionally make shitty movies. Like, I don't know.
I don't really like that either. I think they should try to make movies like Zombievers, where it's, you know, serious material.
Like they're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying to do something. They're
Yeah.
taking an idea. They're running with it.
Yeah.
It might go a different direction.
Zombievers. I ain't got nothing else about this Eraserhead. We all did our scores. Maybe we'll watch.
You know,
Santa's
this
Sleigh
episode-
next?
This episode could have been longer if the movie was better.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you do got a point there. It's so weird when like we're all just done with a film and we talk a little bit about it. We're like, yeah, it was just fucking bad. And we don't have any content.
Just
Yeah.
for like a recap, I do understand that it is what it is. That he had a objective, and that was to be awkward and uncomfortable. And like, good job, hooray for you. I don't like it.
Yeah, it wasn't
That's
my
fair.
thing.
It's
That's-
not my
it was-
flavor of
It was
Kool-Aid.
tough.
Not mine either, but I still give it
Nope.
a 5. And I feel like sometimes we do that. We
Yeah,
acknowledge that it's just not our Kool-Aid, and
yeah.
so we give it like a 5.
Like, sure, he made weird noises. He made a weird ass creature, and I love the fact that he won't tell anybody how he did it.
Yeah. It's rad, bro.
I think it's cool. There's a myth behind that, but you know what? I don't even want to make anybody
Would
watch
you
this
suggest
movie. No,
this to anyone?
nope.
So let me get this straight. I wish I could go back to episode like 2. Do you think people should watch this movie,
Okay, I think that every movie deserves to be watched.
Yep.
Right?
including this one?
Nope.
Why? So that's not every movie.
I think in most of it, he's just saying that every movie deserves a chance. He's just not going to recommend it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you want to watch this movie, if you want to go ahead and recommend this to everybody, that's on you. I'm also not going to tell people to watch Saltburn.
Okay, that's fair. That's all right.
Everybody needs to watch that goddamn movie and suffer through it like we had to. Well, I had to.
What do you mean? Like were you the only one who watched that movie?
No, I couldn't speak for everybody
Yeah.
else. I've just had to correct that because
Some people love it.
Some people
I
in
mean,
this podcast haven't even watched it.
I have not watched Saltburn, and I refuse to.
That's a
You don't
good-
want to watch a
that's
guy
good-
suck cum out of a bathtub?
Oh,
No.
jeez. Oh, my.
No,
Oh,
only in my
man.
me time do I want to do that.
Yuck.
All right. So Santa's Sleigh next week.
Is that the one? Santa Sleigh?
Santa Sleigh?
And that's Al's pick.
All right, cool.
Credit
Santa's
Al for this
sleigh.
pick.
I have not
Santa's
seen it.
Santa's Sleigh. What
Um,
are we doing? Santa's Sleigh?
It's SLAY, like murder.
All right, so
Oh,
where do
like
we watch
Santa's
this at?
Sleigh.
Let's see. Where can you stream this shit?
If it was filmed in Hawaii, it could be Santa's Lay.
Ah,
That's just a porno.
stars
No, that's
Apple TV.
that's Santa's Laid.
If it was about how he like pays his elves, it could be Santa pay.
Okay.
Santa pays.
What? You really thought that was that funny, Opie?
Keep going. Keep coming up with more.
Yeah.
Apparently, Voodoo has it for free with ads, I'm guessing.
If
Oh, nice.
if Santa never left the North Pole, it could be Santa stays.
Ooh. when it's the Sunday before Christmas and he wants to bless his reindeer and his sleigh, that's Santa's praise.
I don't know if this is going to be too bad.
Oh man,
Goldberg plays Santa.
I know. I used to be a big Goldberg.
Did you not hear me say that it was Goldberg?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember he was undefeated.
Santa goes to art class. Santa clays.
You gotta stop. I gotta stop. I'm so high. I just.
Do you know what
These are
Christmas
hilarious.
is, Opie?
I'm like crying.
Do you know what Christmas is?
What?
Santa's Day.
I knew something good was coming. Oh man.
He's literally crying.
Oh man. That's good.
Santa goes sunbathing. Santa rays.
Did you know that like when he's like ho ho ho? Do you know what that is?
What?
Santa Bays.
Ooh.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
I love it.
He's going to
right.
piss himself over there.
Oh no, it's all coming out my eyes. Oh man. All right.
This is why we pee before the
Yes,
podcast.
right? Yes, that's correct. All right, no more of that. Okay, let's get serious now.
Uh-oh.
So that will be it for this podcast. We will call it a day until next week. To all my
That was-
listeners.
Too serious.
Yeah, buck it up, Buckaroo.
Too fast, too serious.
Sorry, I was trying to do like a Frasier.
He's holding back a smile when you said that. When you said too fast, too serious. He was trying so hard. I could see it in his face. He's just like.
You're just like, fuck,
Right.
fuck, fuck.
Stay in character. Stay in character.
That got me all frazzled. All right, so next week, Santa Sleigh on Vudu and Amazon. It's Goldberg. We can cheer him on to go undefeated. Until next week, do all the socials. Email Pester Al on his thing. Yeah. Other than that, I guess that's it. Bye-bye.
Yeah, toodles.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Bye-bye.